Most people think that Chinese grammar is complicated, but it's not. Let me prove it to you. I'm May. I have a HSK6 in Chinese. Today I'm going to show you the core Chinese grammar basics, which is not complicated and it will not make you stress for sure. Here's the first thing, and honestly the best news that you will hear today. And in Chinese, verbs never change. In English, you say eat, eats, ate, eaten. In Chinese, it's just 吃. That's it, always. So here we have 我吃, I eat. 你吃, he eats. And 他吃, he eats. And same word, no changes. That's already easier than English. Now, how do you build a sentence? Chinese uses the same sentence structure as English. SVO. 我吃饭. I eat food. Done. 我吃饭. I eat food. Done. 我学中文. I study Chinese. If you can't say sentence in English, you already know the structure in Chinese. That's simple. Here's where Chinese is different from English. It's actually more logical. In Chinese, time comes first.
我今天学习 I today study. In English, I study today. 我明天去 I tomorrow go. I'm going tomorrow.
Think of it like this. Time first, action second, easy to remember. Same idea with places. Location comes before the verb.
我在学校学习 I at school study. I study at school.
在 means at or in. This is one of the most useful words that you can learn in Chinese. You already covered 4 parts. Most beginners take months to get this far. You're doing great. How do you ask questions in Chinese? There are 2 ways. Way 1, you just add ma at the end of the sentence. That's it. Same sentence, just add ma, instant question. Way 2, a not a pattern. It may sound a little bit strange in English, but it's one of the most common ways of ask questions as well. Quick pause. If you like this video, hit subscribe. And I make simple Chinese lessons every week. Now, how do you say no or not in Chinese? There are 2 words. That's all. 不 for present and future. 我不去. I'm not going. 没 for the past. 我没去. I didn't go. Simple rule. If it's already happened, use may. But it's happening or it will happen later, you can say 不. Now it's time to test yourself. How would you say I didn't eat? You have 3 seconds. 我没吃. That's perfect. This one surprises most learners, so pay attention. In Chinese, you can't say 她漂亮 without 很. If you don't add 很, it sounds like you're comparing. So you say 她很漂亮. She's very beautiful. Does 很 always mean very? Not really. Adjective sentences usually need 很. One word, huge difference. 3 parts left. In this last section, I'm going to be talking about the measure words. I'm going to simplify the textbook explanation so it will be easy to understand. Connecting words, quick and easy.
和 means and. Pronouns 我和你 me and you. For or 或者 use in statements 还是 use in questions. 你喝茶还是咖啡 Do you want tea or coffee?
What's the difference between 或者 or 还是? Different situations, different words, but once you know the core difference, it will be easier to use. Okay, measure words. This is the part that feels new because in Chinese you can't say one book directly. You need to have a measure word between the number and then the noun. So it will be the number, measure word, and then the noun. For example, one book, 一本书, one person, 一个人. And there are most used measure word in Chinese is 个. 个 can be used for the object or for the person, and there are specific measure words according to the things, the situations. G is the most common measure word. If you're in doubt, use G. People will understand you, and that's the most important thing when you're starting out. Last part, and this ties everything together. Chinese grammar is simple because verbs never change, no plural forms, and there is no articles like a or the, so you don't have to think about which one you should put. But word order matters a lot. If you mix a few words, it might be a little harder for them to understand you. Luckily for you, now you know where to put time, place, and object in the sentence. So now you already know 90% of the Chinese grammar, and it's very important when you're starting out, you have to practice more so you will sound more natural. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. That's it. 10 rules, 10 minutes. You now understand the foundation of Chinese grammar, and honestly, that's more than most people learn in their first months of classes. If you want to go deeper, I have videos about the HSK vocabulary, Chinese characters, and real life conversations in Chinese. I'll see you in the next one. 再见。